Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Full Count. That's Sports Memo's MLB betting coverage show. My friends, we come to you live every weekday, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be covering baseball with some of the best handicappers, analysts, columnists, and sports bettors on the planet. We're going to be giving out free picks on several games for today's card and plenty of time for you to get down on those free picks. I'm your host, world champion handicapper in Las Vegas's biggest daily sports bettor, Joe D'Amico. We have an all-star cast to kick off the MLB Full Count Week, my friends. Joining me and giving out today's winners, the body himself, the Iceman, Mr. Jesse Schule, and the Southern Assassin, Mr. Rocky Atkinson. Good afternoon. Happy Monday to you, Jesse and Rocky. How are you both today?
Happy Monday indeed, Joe.
Yeah, glad to be here, Joe. Doing good.
Now, for those of you that are just tuning in, this is not a dating site, although we are three handsome chaps. Guys, we're going to be giving out free plays. We've got 3 roundtable games, a best bet segment. Before we give out free winners for today's card, I've got a couple quickies, and who doesn't like a Monday afternoon quickie? But first of all, I know this is a baseball show. NFL preseason discount is knocked down to $69 over at SportsMemo. Get your favorite capper the rest of this month in preseason NFL, just $69. No code necessary. We've got another big one. We got a biggie, guys. I'm going to tell you. Just told you we got a quickie. Now we got a biggie. 2 things everybody loves. Let's go, guys. We have a 30-day all access, just $189 for any capper of your choice at SportsMemo. This is off the charts. 30 days all access. Just think of it right now. Guy like Jesse, you get Canadian football, you get soccer, Rocky. Oh my God, I know he does NASCAR. You can get all our college and pro football, baseball included. Guys, 30-day all access, $189. Use code FF30 upon checkout. Also, guys, tomorrow is Tuesday. And because of Sports Memo, Tuesdays aren't just for tacos anymore. Yours truly, Joe D'Amico, along with Teddy Covers, and making his $2 Tuesday debut. We're very excited about this kid. Moneyline Matt, get all 3 of our big winning plays for just $5. Next, oh my God, we got so much fun stuff today, guys. We got to get to baseball soon. But first, this weekend, Saturday, I'm going to tell you right now, your favorite Sports Memo and Wager Talk personalities are going to be at the Westgate Superbook in the clubhouse Saturday evening. From 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have a meet and greet. The first meet and greet was so successful, and that was kind of off the cuff. We did it like sporadically. This one is more organized, but I got to tell you, all your favorite Sports Memo and Wager Talk personalities are coming out for this. Come meet us because we want to meet you. We got some swag bag. We got some goodies. We got some fun. We got some events. Come meet us, guys. We want to tell you thank you in person for all the love and support. Also, guys, we need to hit that subscribe button. We have a new milestone. You know, over at YouTube, the Sports Memo channel, over 5,000 subscribers. We want to hit 10,000 during football. We can't get there without you. And I want you to know, by Monday, our producer, Chris, and I are going to be putting out our fall schedule for the video content. I'm going to tell you now, I'm so excited. You're going to be so excited. Forget about calling your physician. You're not going to need the Viagra. This is the most exciting fall schedule in the history of videos in sports betting. We're going to revolutionize the industry, and you don't want to miss a thing. So hit that subscribe button. Now, having said all that, I can come up for air. My friends, we have 3 roundtable games that both the Iceman, Jesse Schule, and the Southern Assassin, Rocky Atkinson, are going to be chiming in about. Our first game, I will tell you, the AL East is the most competitive division in baseball. Theoretically, all 5 teams can make the playoffs, and that's why every division matchup and every division win is huge right now. So having said that, obviously, 2 AL East teams fighting it off tonight. The Orioles at the Blue Jays, currently Toronto, minus 155, total of 9 flat. We're going to go with the Iceman himself, because the Iceman cometh, guys. Jesse Schule. Jesse, give us your take on Orioles at Blue Jays, Toronto, 155, 9 flat. The floor is yours.
You bet, Joe. This line jumps out to me. The Blue Jays, a big favorite at home against an Orioles team that's probably been the better team of late, but I'm actually looking at the total here. This doesn't look like it's going to be much of a pitcher's duel with Kyle Bradish going for the O's. They have won his last 3 starts, but he did get rocked for 5 runs on 9 hits in just 4 1/3 innings in his last start against Toronto. And you got Yusei Kikuchi going for the Blue Jays. He's really struggled all season long. He's 0-2 with a 9.00 ERA in his last 2 starts against Baltimore. Toronto's lost 3 of his last 4 starts. The Orioles have been hitting the ball lately, and the over trends are strong in this matchup. The over is 18-5-3 in the last 26 head-to-head meetings. The over is 7-0 in the Orioles' last 7 at Toronto. I'm going to go over here.
Okay, Jesse Schule says he's got the over in this game. My friends, when Jesse Schule talks, people listen, he's like the old E.F. Hutton commercials. He is on fire right now over at SportsMemo. And I will tell you this, his nickname may be the Iceman, but when the summer arrives, he really heats up and he scorches bookmakers. He has got a June, July, August run over the last several decades that's off the charts. But then he goes into football, kicking butt and taking names, one of the best in NFL I've ever seen. So right after the show, go over the SportsMemo. Take advantage of some of these great customer appreciation discounts that are unrivaled in the industry. Follow Jesse. You're going to follow him all the way to the bank. Without any further ado, he is smooth as silk and twice as good as picking winners. He is the Southern Assassin. He's wanted for killing bookmakers. His name is Rocky Atkinson. Rocky, Orioles at Blue Jays currently. Toronto 155-9 flat. The floor is yours, buddy.
Yeah, both of these pitchers, they're coming in having bad seasons this year. However, Kyle Bradish, he has a 3.52 ERA his last 3 starts, so maybe he's coming around a little bit. Kikuchi's 4-6 with a 5.13 ERA overall this year. He has a 5.14 ERA his last 3 starts, and he's 1-3 with a 6.14 ERA in his 4 career starts versus Baltimore. Baltimore's 25-17 against left-handed starters this year, including 11-3 the last 14. Baltimore's 9-1 the last 10 games when their opponent scored 2 runs or less in the previous game. And Baltimore's 20-8 their last 28 games after a loss. Toronto's scoring only 2.7 runs per game the last 7 games overall. They're allowing opposing teams a combined batting average of .305 the past 7 games. Toronto's 1-4 the last 5 games against right-handed starters. For me, this was a tough game to handicap. I'm going to take Baltimore on the run line plus 1.5 runs in this one.
The Southern Assassin, Rocky Atkinson, says take Baltimore plus the 1.5 on the run line. Guys, Rocky is one of the most humble guys I know. You know, I'm a little loud and obnoxious. Let me rephrase that. I'm loud and obnoxious. My buddy Jesse, he is humble too. They won't tell you how great they are. I just told you how great Jesse is. Rocky Atkinson, last NFL season, hit over 70%. I want you to know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've had quite a few number 1 finishes in quite a few different sports. But hitting 70% for a season is off the charts. You know, $100 bettors can make tens of thousands. $1,000 bettors, the sky's the limit. Rocky Atkinson, I know it's a baseball show, but right now, the last few days for the NFL and NCAA football, early bird discounts after the show, go follow Rocky. I know you love his analysis. He always breaks it down great. A lot of stats, a lot of figures, lots of stuff. But I want you to know, when it comes to making money, Rocky Atkinson is unrivaled. Great stuff, sports fans. We went through 1 round of our 3 round table games. Then we're going to go into a best bet segment. But I really do want to make a special shout out to all you guys that are tuning in right now. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Comment if you want to comment or ask us a question. If I can get it on or talk about it, I surely will. Let me do a shout out to Charlie and Raven Ron. We love both of you guys. Keep tuning in. Keep giving us those comments. We're here for you. So let's go to our second roundtable game, sports fans. This is an interesting matchup, I think. Dropping 8 of the last 12, the Brewers are now a game and a half from both first place in the Central and the wild card spot. And now they have to face a Dodgers team that come off their first loss following a 12-game win streak. Guys, I got to tell you, facing a team while they're streaking is one thing. Facing a team the caliber of the Dodgers after their first loss following a 12-game win streak is a totally different monster. This is a very, very big game because I'll tell you what, down the road, Milwaukee just may be facing LA in the postseason. So this has some serious implications. Currently, the Dodgers, $1.70 favorite, total 7.5. Let's go to the Iceman himself, Jesse Schule. Jesse, the floor is yours.
Well, Joe, you're absolutely right. This is a big game, especially for the Brewers. They lost 2 of 3 in St. Louis. Now they're a game and a half back in the Central. Game 1 here against the Dodgers looks like a potential pitcher's duel to me. You got Freddie Peralta going for the Brewers. He's making his 3rd start since coming back from injury. His last start was a good one. He allowed 2 runs on 2 hits in 5 innings pitched in a win over Tampa Bay. He allowed 1 run on 1 hit, striking out 7 in 6 innings pitched in a win over the Dodgers the last time he pitched against them. And the Dodgers will send Julio Urias to the mound, who has a 2-0 record with a 1.35 ERA in his last 2 starts versus Milwaukee. The Dodgers coming off that big streak, they lose 1 game. Are they really going to bounce back that quickly when they have such a lead in the NL West? I'm not certain about that. I got my eye on the total. I like the under here. The under is 9-4-4 in the last 17 for the Dodgers following a loss. So we'll take the under.
Sports fans, he's doing some great work over at SportsMemo on his premium on the premium side. Jesse Schule says here in a free game on this roundtable segment, take under Dodgers Brewers in a pitcher's duel. Great stuff, Jesse. We always appreciate you. Always as entertaining as you are, informative. Let's go to the Southern Assassin, Rocky Atkinson. Rocky, Dodgers at Brewers. Serious implications here, and a mental edge when you may be facing a team down the road in the postseason. A mental edge is big this time. When you're facing each other, only a handful. I don't want to say a handful, but with 2/3 of the season basically in the rear view, this has some serious implications, as Jesse and I mentioned. Rocky, LA 127.5. Excuse me, 177.5. The floor is yours.
Hey, Joe. Yeah, Julio Urias gets a start here for the Dodgers. He's 12-6 with a 2.49 ERA overall. He's 7-4 with a 2.27 ERA on the road, and he's 3-0 with a 1.35 ERA his last 3 starts. He's 4-1 with a 2.29 ERA in his 6 career starts versus Milwaukee. Freddie Peralta is 4-2 with a 4.37 ERA overall. He's 3-2 with a 6.26 ERA at home this season, and he's 1-1 with a 6.94 ERA his last 3 starts. The Dodgers, they're 6-1 last 7 games overall, scoring 7.3 runs per game while allowing only 3 runs per game and allowing opposing teams a combined 197 batting average during that time. The Dodgers are 42-11 the last 53 games overall. They're 22-6 their last 28 road games against right-handed starters. They're 37-15 the last 52 games after a loss, and they're 38-17 the last 55 road games. Milwaukee scoring only 3.3 runs per game the last 7 games overall, where they have a team batting average of only 201, and they're batting only 219 against left-handed starters this season. The Dodgers are 4-0 the last 4 games overall in this series. I'm going to recommend a small play on the Dodgers to bounce back after that first loss, after that huge winning streak. Play the Dodgers on the money line.
Small play, Dodgers money line, Rocky Atkinson, who's all over the SportsMemo leaderboards, guys. Great work, Rocky. Sports fans, we've got 2 round table games down already. We have 1 more to go before we go into our best bet segment. But once again, we love those comments. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of our brand new fall content. Some announcements between now and Monday. Very excited about. Let's go to our 3rd round table game. Seattle's currently possessing a wild card spot and face the lowly LA team. I say that with all respect. But the plot thickens here, sports fans. The Angels took 7 of 12 this season in this rivalry. They played the Mariners tough. Jesse, myself, and even Rocky throughout this season, both on the Full Count Show and the First Failing Show, have talked about the Seattle team. At times, they show a glimmer of brilliance, and at times they look like poop. But they are a good team, and nobody's going to argue the fact that there's talent on the team and they can win ball games. And they need to start winning some ball games if they want a chance in a wild card spot. But as I said, the plot thickens. The Angels have taken 7 of 12. This is a very interesting matchup. Jesse the Body Schule, Mariners at Angels, LA currently a $1.10 favorite. Low total. They're begging you to go over. 6.5 over minus the 120. Jesse, the floor is yours.
Well, Joe, I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to get creative here and take a look at the player prop market for this game. It does look like it's going to be a pitcher's duel between Luis Castillo and Shohei Ohtani. I will mention that Ohtani, as good as he is, the Angels don't win when he pitches like you would expect them to. They're only 10-9 overall in his 19 starts, and they've lost 3 of his last 4 starts. Castillo, on the other hand, since he's debuted for the Mariners, has been outstanding with a couple real solid starts against the New York Yankees. He has 105 strikeouts in 99 innings pitched this season. 23 strikeouts in 21 and 2/3 innings over the last 30 days. The Angels rank first in the major leagues in something that you do not want to rank first in, and that is strikeouts per game. 9.57 strikeouts per game for this Angels team. I'm looking at the over 6.5 strikeout prop for Luis Castillo. It is quite expensive. I will warn you about that, but I really think he's going to rack up the Ks tonight. I feel comfortable laying that big price over 6.5 strikeouts.
Jesse the Body Schule, guys. Time and time again, he comes in with these props. He's very, he gives you some variety out there. Not just the meat and potatoes, not a side, not a total. He does great with these props. He says over 6.5 Ks for Castillo. Great stuff, Jesse. Guys, follow him over at SportsMemo. You'll follow him to the bank. Let's go to the Southern Assassin, Rocky Atkinson. Rocky Mariners and Angels, LA -110. Total 6.5 over -120. See if you agree with Jesse and go with a prop, or you take a side or a total here. The floor is yours, Rock.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I'm going to stick with a side here. And we got two very solid pitchers here in this one. You got Luis Castillo coming in 5-4 with a 2.71 ERA overall, 3-3 with a 2.36 ERA on the road, 2-0 with a 2.49 ERA his last three starts. Shohei Ohtani is 10-7 with a 2.68 ERA overall this year, 5-4 with a 2.25 ERA at home, and he's 1-2 with a 2.04 ERA his last three starts. He's 3-0 with a 1.80 ERA in his 4 career starts versus Seattle. The Angels have won 5 of the past 6 games overall. They're allowing only 2.9 runs per game and allowing opposing teams a combined batting average of 201 over the past 7 games. The Angels have won 4 of their past 5 games against division opponents. And this Angels team seemed to be playing much better here recently. So I'm going to back Ohtani on the mound here tonight. And I'm going to play the LA Angels.
Rocky Atkinson, who's doing great work over at SportsMemo, guys. He says he's going to play Ohtani. He's back in the Angels. And say a prayer for the Angels. There you go, Rocky. That's some great stuff. Now, sports fans, we went through 3 round table games, but don't go anywhere. The most exciting portion of the show, the best bet segment, is coming up right now. So without any further ado, Jesse Schule, guys, I told you before, they may call him the Iceman. July and August, he really heats up. He scorches bookmakers. His record in the summer months are unrivaled. And he's also, over the years, one of the best college and pro football handicappers on the planet. Numbers don't lie. You go to SportsMemo after the show and check some of those numbers. But I want you to know that Jesse's excited about some things happening tonight and maybe over the next few days at SportsMemo. He's going to tell you about some of the premium things he's got. And he's got another big best bet winner for you. Jesse, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Joe. I do have one baseball play left on the on today's card for $9 Monday if you want to grab that. As far as best bets goes, I'm going to go back to this Orioles Blue Jays game. And before I do that, I want to give a shout out to a couple buddies of mine, Jeff Michaels and Dr. Chuck. The two of them have been riding the Orioles for the last couple months with me. This winning streak the Orioles has been on has been incredible. A lot of people have talked about fading them or when are they going to cool off, but they just keep on putting wins together. However, the bookmakers are trying to tell us that the Blue Jays are the better team, but the Blue Jays have lost 7 of their last 10. The Orioles have won 8 of their last 12. You got Bradish going for the Orioles tonight. They've won his last 3 starts. You got Kikuchi going for the Jays. 0-2 with a 9.00 ERA against Baltimore this season. I really got to look at Baltimore on the run line here. Orioles plus 1.5 looks like the value bet to me.
Well, I will tell you this, guys. His best bets here on the Full Count Show have been right on. He's been making you money with these best bets. Jesse Schule, he says Orioles run line. Good stuff. And we have been talking about the Orioles the last few months. Even just before they went on that first run that they went on, Jesse, we said, there's some talent here. Watch out for this team. They went on a run, 10 or 11 in a row, dropped a couple, went on another run. They're playing good ball. Good call there, Jesse. My friends, as I said earlier, Jesse Schule heats it up in the summer. One of the best college and pro football cappers on the planet. After the show, go over to SportsMemo. Follow him with some of these great customer appreciation discounts. and you will follow him to the bank. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you now, time to adjust the headsets. All right, time to adjust the volume because I am very excited today. It is Monday, but there's some things I really love on the board. Guys, it doesn't matter if it's the last 30 days, the last 60 days, or the last 90 days. My MLB releases have been getting you paid, and I've been a fixture on the leaderboard in SportsMemo in both profit and winning percentage. Now, I did pass the last few days. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not here to give you action. I'm here to give you winners. If I'm not betting a game, I would never ask you to bet it. And I wasn't in love with the baseball the last couple of days. So I passed. You know why? Because I'm here to make you money. I'm not here to have fun. But in my defense, it's always more fun when you're making money. Having said that, I wasn't in love with anything the last few days. There is something I really love tonight on the board. I have my MLB Grand Slam play. They're on a 9-2 run, just like over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Over the last 4 years, it documented over 75%. Get on this proven winner. Make your money. Hit a Grand Slam tonight. I also want to tell you right now, it's $9 Monday, so I posted it over at SportsMemo for just $9. Also, guys, I'm a perfect 4-0, 100% in preseason releases. You can get all my NFL preseason winners right now at SportsMemo for the rest of the preseason campaign. $69. Whether you bet $10 or $10,000, that'll pay for itself in no time. Now for today's free winner, let's head on over to the most competitive division of baseball, the American League East. If the season were to end today, my friends, the Toronto Blue Jays would be in the postseason. However, the Baltimore Orioles are 1.5 games back of earning a wild card spot. Sports fans, coming into today's matchup, the over is 8-3-1 in the Orioles' last 12 overall and 16-6 in the Blue Jays' last 22 versus division opponents. These two AL East rivals have met 6 times in 2022, with all 6 meetings going where? Over the total, guys. As a matter of fact, going back a bit further, the over is 9-0-1 the last 10 meetings and 18-5-3 the last 26 overall meetings. Kyle Bradish, Yusei Kikuchi, say that 10 times quick. They're scheduled starters today. Bradish 1-4 with a 6.42 on the campaign. And when he travels, his ERA goes up even higher, folks. A whopping 6.26 ERA on the road this season. 7 of his last 8 appearances have gone where? Over the total. For Kikuchi, 4-6 with a 5.13 mark this season. Over his last 3 outings, wow. He is a whopping ERA of 5.14. Let's not forget he comes off his worst performance this season, allowing 5 runs in just 5 innings pitched in a loss to Toronto 1 week ago. These two teams are looking to better their situation for the postseason. 2 teams that have history of facing each other, scoring a lot of runs, with 2 starting pitchers that are allowing a lot of runs and 2 bullpens that are shaky at best. Take the over here, folks. It's a winner. Let's bring back Jesse and Rocky. Hold on a second. Let's bring back Jesse and Rocky. Rocky, did I forget? Did I skip over your best bet?
You did.
Jesus, Louise, you know what? I am so sorry, guys. Even I make this mistake. I apologize. My wife is throwing things at me. She's throwing things at me. Rocky's best bet. I apologize. That's on me, guys. I got so excited over my best bet. I got so excited. My apologies to you, Rocky. I really do. You know what? I love you with all my heart. Guys, without any further ado, the Southern Assassin, Rocky Atkinson, is going to tell you what he's got on the premium side tonight and what he's excited about over the next few days or maybe the next few weeks, because he did hit 70% last NFL season. He's got a best bet for you, too. Rocky, the floor is yours. And once again, my apologies.
Thanks, Joe. We're good to go, buddy. I don't have anything loaded up here on Monday. I've already started working on the NFL preseason card for this week, and I'm hoping to finish that after the show here. I may have some NFL plays up for $9 if I get them in today. I'll have them by tomorrow at the latest, though. But like you said, 70% last year with all my NFL picks. That was preseason, that was regular season, that was playoffs. I did go 1-1 this past week, so off to a shaky start there, I guess you could say. Because of course I wanted to be 2-0, but I wouldn't. But anyway, I want to congratulate you, Joe, on being a fixture on the leaderboards, man. You're doing awesome in baseball, and preseason you're off to a 4-0 start. Excellent job, my friend. Jesse, I think if I'm not mistaken, you went 8-0 the past 2 days, and I think you're on a 10-0 overall run if you go back to the day before. Great job with that as well. Let's get to my show best bet here. I'm looking at Arizona, San Francisco here tonight. Madison Bumgarner gets to start for Arizona. He's 6-11 with a 4.13 ERA overall. He's 1-7 with a 4.87 ERA on the road. and he's 0-2 with a 6.62 ERA his last 3 starts. Alex Cobb starts for the Giants. He has a solid ERA at home this year, 3.32, but his record is only 2-6 due to that lack of run support that we've been talking about all year here. But he should get more run support here against Bumgarner tonight. Arizona's 12-57 the last 3 years on the road, when the total's 8 to 8.5. They're 35-76 their last 111 games against division opponents. They're 32-85 last 117 road games, and they're 23-58 their last 81 road games against right-handed starters. San Francisco 7-0 their last 7 games against teams with a losing record. They're 58-28 their last 86 home games against teams with a losing record, and they're 17-2 their last 19 games at home against this Arizona team. So I'm going to recommend a play on San Francisco on the run line tonight, -1.5, +110.
Sports fans, the Southern Assassin, Rocky Atkinson says, big play on the Giants on the +1.5. He is doing great stuff there, guys. Go follow him. And like I said, I apologize, Rocky. I got ahead of myself. I was so excited. I didn't even take a Viagra today. That's how excited I am about this game and this show on Monday. I do apologize. But, guys, Rocky is doing great work over at Sports Memo. And he brings up my records and Jesse's records, which are doing very well. But he's a humble man, guys. That's the type of guy he is, the integrity of the class. But, guys, you got to go follow him over at Sports Memo with some of these customer appreciation discounts. They are amazing because he did hit 70% last NFL season. Rocky, once again, I'm sorry. I apologize. I cut you off like my name was Lorena Bobbitt. I apologize, my friend. Gotta love it. Chris is shaking his head backstage. I got to tell you, Chris, I'm just happy you're wearing clothes today. Last performance, you didn't have any clothes on, and you kept sending me still pictures. I appreciate it, Chris. We love Chris. He's my favorite. He's our producer, and I got to tell you, he puts up with me, which I don't know how anybody puts up with me for more than just a few minutes. Even my wife, we're hitting 22 years in a week from now. 22 minutes, you deserve canonization in the Vatican and Rome by the Pope for putting up with me. So let me tell you that great stuff. Now, my friends, we've got some great things, some exciting things we would like to tell you about real quick. We want you to continue to hit that subscribe button. Please, please, please. We want to hit 10,000 people, 10,000 subscribers over at YouTube. And here's something else I'd like to do. You see my Twitter, you see Jesse's Twitter, you see Rocky's Twitter. The most accessible guys in the world are over at Sports Memo. And here's something else I want you to know. The best collection of cappers anywhere on the planet are at Sports Memo. So go to Sports Memo Twitter page. Follow it. We each post a lot of free content. You get futures, you get odds, you get great columns by a slew of us. Go over there, follow them, follow these great cappers. You'll follow them all the way to the bank. Real quick, guys, be sure to tune in every weekday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern to this show, Full Count. All right, we come to you live, giving out free winners with special guests each and every day. Go over to Sports Memo after the show. Take advantage of, I can't believe I skipped Rocky. Take advantage of the best customer appreciation discounts on the planet. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want to hit those 10,000 viewers. And look out, because between now and Monday, Chris and I, he's our producer, we're putting out some fall content. You're not going to want to miss anything. So, guys, our Monday show comes to an end. This is Joe D'Amico. On behalf of Sports Memo, Jesse, Schule, and Rocky Atkinson, good luck and have a wonderful